Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Timmy Collects TCG. Alright, so what you're seeing here is just a screenshot. Unfortunately, I didn't want to accidentally move stuff around for the stuff that I'm shipping out. Just to be sold, right? To rotate into TCG or maybe some other stuff as well. Probably like in half and half. Probably going to fill up some of my IRA and then the other half TCG, right? So these should actually all be sent out already. This is a photo of probably about last week that I did take. So it looks like I sold what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24 items or whatnot. That one in the box is actually a really nice video game there. So these are a mix of Xbox, PS3, some Nintendo Switch video games that I did decide to sell off. Now, it's not that I needed any type of space or anything like that. It's just that, you know what, I don't feel the video game physical market booming again. Of course, I'm probably going to be wrong. I do have some video games left over that I'm probably going to get rid of and put on the market as well in the next week or two. And I'll take a screenshot of that, of those videos, of those games as well. Or maybe I'll make a video on it because this one's an older one. This one's like last week or so. And I already had like the labels on there, and I didn't want to accidentally, show somebody's name or whatever, right? I don't want to dox anybody or whatever it is, right? But anyway, so this probably netted me about $1,500 on average for all these together. If we were to average it all up, 1,500 or so, and this is going to rotate right back into some Magic and some Lorcana and maybe some Pokemon cards as well coming through. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy singles or slabs. I know I do have that Charizard slab that I showed in my last video, or one of my last videos there. But I don't think I'm going to buy singles like that because I don't know yet. I don't know which singles are good. I don't know which cards are really good. I mean, I can just go on TCG Player, or I can go on Magic the Gathering. I'm sorry, not Magic the Gathering, on PriceCharting.com. You know what's crazy? I don't see many people on PriceCharting.com, so I'm probably gonna have to go and set up my thing, my OBS, and do some stuff like that, right? But anyway, so I'm trimming down my collection there, and this goes hand in hand with what was said probably like 2-3 weeks ago now about PS3 is gonna go discless, and of course Xbox is going to go that way, and I wouldn't be surprised if like Nintendo Switch would be the last one to do that because they still have the Switch 2 coming out, and yeah, they're going to be doing those physical key cards because there's still going to be some people that like the physical. But to be honest, I think it's more of like a Nintendo fan base that likes the physical a lot more just because they're smaller and compact, right? But soon enough, everybody's gonna do that, and it was all because GTA 6, right? And with all the pre-orders, they're like, yeah, GTA 6, 38 million, 40 million pre-orders. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, this list is done. But not only that, the way people are, buying games now, right? Like the physical, well, I think I mentioned this in the last video, the physical, not the physical, but the average gamer is like 37, 38 years old. And, my kids, when they play games, it's all digital. There's no disc there. I mean, I do buy discs, but they don't even touch them. I'm pretty sure they don't even know how to put it in, right? But it doesn't matter. So I'm selling these, rotating into some Lorcana stuff that I have coming as well. And my wife is like, are you not gonna miss that? Those games. I'm like, well, a lot of these I bought on speculation, of course, right? I do have some PS3s and some old Xboxes and stuff like that. And I have a PS3 that, I have two of them actually that I still actually have hooked up. I'm looking at it right now. My Nintendo Switch is on top of it, but it's just like I just think I just want to get out of the market there. It's been sort of in a lull anyway, and was I gonna get rich off it? Probably not. And I was probably in some thing to where I wanted to, just at a phase of playing retro video games for the past couple of years. Which, to be honest, I actually did beat a lot of PS3 games recently in the past, not recently, but like the past couple of years. So there's that. But I just see how everything's going now with like all the conventions, with like the card conventions and all that stuff. I just see that is probably going to be growing a lot more than any type of physical games in the future, right? And all these games that like the PS3 and the Xbox, those have nostalgia with people my age now, right? And those are going to be the buyers, right? Except for maybe their kids, or maybe some kids that kind of like want to delve into like retro history video games, right? Just to make another channel or something potentially, which I could see in like 10 years, right? But I just see market changing. And if you want to call me an investor, collector, or whatnot, that it doesn't really matter. I think I'm kind of a mix of both, because I know the Magic the Gathering, they have some great looking Final Fantasy VII cards, and I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. But I just see that the card game, to be honest, pushing forward a lot more than video game collecting, because just looking at the people, I'm just seeing a lot younger demographic in the TCG market, which means like 10, 20 years from now, all these cards will potentially go up in price, or they go to zero. I really don't know. By that time, I'll be retired anyway, and this is just like something on the side to collect or invest in, as well with my other investments that I do have, right? So this is gonna be like my extra money, hopefully, or if I can buy something here or there, this will be my extra income that I have left over from bills and life and clothes and school supplies and stuff like that I can buy something and then know that is gone, right? Because that's how I have to think about it with investing. Is I have to, if I buy, like I did with these video games, that I'm selling, I have to see that money is gone. And if I do resell them, if it's a loss, then it's a loss. But if I'm taking the risk and buying this game, and if I do happen to resell in the future, if it goes down in price or whatever, after I played it and after I'm done with it, then it is what it is. Now, granted, I did make a profit out of all these, because I did buy the majority of these, probably about 7-8 years ago, right? So that's awesome. So I have these going out. Well, they actually should be out and delivered right now if you're watching this video. And then I have some more listed, which should be ending this coming up weekend. And then I actually have some more that I put up today that should be starting this coming up weekend that'll end next weekend. And then I'm going to see where I'm at as far as my collection, see if I want to put any more down there or send any more out, or just do like a one clean swoop and just get it out. And then just rotate that money to TCG and just long hold that. Because I just think, hey, might as well, right? And there's another video that was great about Nostalgia Nomics, who said, why are you going to sell your Pokemon? You're going to sell it if you need to pay your bills, whatever, do it. But if you're going to sell it, what are you going to rotate it into, right? You're going to rotate it into S&P 500. If you look at the market, everything's going down right now. Freaking sucks. Gold's down, Bitcoin's down, everything's down. Cards down, games are down. It's just, I don't know. It's my personal opinion. This is where I'm putting my money into. I'm rotating my video games into TCG. And that's probably going to be the headline. Timmy rotates retro video games for TCG cards. There you go. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm rotating into this market, and I'm actually pretty excited. I am pretty freaking stoked. Because I think I'm coming in, hopefully, at the start of a bottom. And when that happens, people sell out of fear, and people will give away at easy prices. So almost like I'm giving away at this PS3s and Xbox and all these other video games. Some I took a loss on, but there's some that kind of went up high in price that kind of made up for it. So I'm okay with it. Not only that, space is probably going to be the same, right? But yeah, I'm taking a risk. Right? Everything's down. Market is way down. It's freaking horrible. But you just gotta have conviction in what you want, what you think is gonna be good or bounce back in the future. And I think the TCG market is. I just think there's so much money in that. I just think there's so much in that. When you look at the card shows and you look at everything else, it's just so crazy that I didn't notice this earlier, or I didn't want to get into it earlier, because I think I was still with the hype of like the stock market and other things. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked about it. I'll let you guys know what I do get from this. It's just gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good week. You guys have a good one. Hold on to your conviction. If you need to sell. There's no problem with it. I'm selling my retro collection, and I'm rotating it into the TCG. You know, if you're gonna rotate out of TCG into retro, there you go. Or to anything else, by all means, do what you gotta do. But other than that, Timmy signing out. You guys have a good one.